Hi, I'm so glad you're here. I have been dying to make this video for quite a while. Today, we're going to talk about the 9 reasons your employee is refusing help if they're dealing with loss of a significant other, death on a team, or even with cancer. My name is Kim Hamer, and I'm a death at work expert. I work with organizations who are concerned about the negative effects grief has on their team and on their employees, their productivity and engagement. I'm so excited to be doing this video, so let's just go ahead and get started. The number one reason that most employees will not accept help from you is because they feel vulnerable. And I know it feels like, well, if they feel vulnerable, they should accept help. But think about the last time you felt vulnerable. Did you accept help? Were you open to yes, I need help? Most of us are not open when we need to be. The second reason that employees often don't accept help is because of something called the law of reciprocity, and we're going to ignore those sirens. The law of reciprocity. The law of reciprocity simply states that if I give to you, you are expected to give back to me something of same or better value. Now, this law of reciprocity mostly holds true for acquaintances and not so much for good friends. But if you don't have a very warm and loving relationship with your employee, and you'd want to do something for them, they may feel the pressure to make sure that they do something back for you. And if they're dealing with a life crisis, that feeling that they need to give back to you is going to feel overwhelming to them. Number 3, the third reason is they don't see that they need help. It is so common when people are grieving that they don't see the kind of help that they need. They think that they're okay when they're actually not. This may take you talking to the employee and asking, so how are the meals going? Does your car need to be fixed? You might need to get in there and make some suggestions to them because they simply don't see the kind of help that they need. Number 4, they don't want the help. And this is really common because we're Americans. We believe that everyone should be able to pull themselves up by the bootstraps. And what we forget is no one has ever pulled themselves up singly by their own bootstrap. They've always gotten support. But for some, receiving help feels shameful and they feel like there's something wrong with them when they receive it. All right. Bad past experiences. It has happened sometimes where people have accepted help from someone in the past and it's been such a negative experience that they just aren't even going to go there again. And in that situation, talk to them about their experience. Tell them how much it would mean to you if you could help them. Number 6, you're using the wrong tone. Look, y'all, I'm going to be really honest here. I'm never honest. Any rate, what happens oftentimes is we want to help and we use the poor baby tone. We use, oh, you just poor puppy, you can't do it yourself. Let me help you tone. And I don't know about you, but I don't let anyone help when they're using that tone with me because it feels so pitying. Nobody, especially who's dealing with this type of crisis, wants your pity. So just be really aware of the tone that you're using. Number 7, which is they don't see how they're refusing hurts other people. And this is really common when you're dealing with death or loss. It narrows your vision and what you see and how you think and feel about other people because you're grieving, and that grief makes you think like this. And so oftentimes when somebody doesn't want help, it is and they just don't see how it affects other people. And I remember when my husband first was diagnosed with cancer before he died, I had a friend come up. We went through a list of things that, I could possibly get help on. And then she said, you going to ask anybody? Is there anyone you can ask? And I said, I'll be all right. I'll figure it out. And she looked at me and she said, you know what, Kim, that is really selfish. And I was like, selfish? My husband has cancer. It's not selfish. I'm trying to support him. But what she said next really got me. She said, there are people who love you, love your husband, and love your kids, and they want to help. And if you don't let them help, you're actually hurting them. And she had a really good point. So that's one of the reasons that someone may refuse help is they just don't understand how it hurts the community to not let them help. All right, number 8, They don't feel worthy. And I know if I asked you right now, do you feel worthy of yourself? If many of us would say, oh yeah, I feel really worthy. But then we'd have to look around at our surroundings and look around at how we treat ourselves and look around how we think about how we talk to ourselves. And we often find that we don't feel worthy of the love and attention that our friends want to give us. And this may be the exact case of your employee. If you've got an employee who works really hard, who's always worried about getting stuff done, who constantly thinks they're being fired, you're dealing with an employee who feels unworthy. And so it can be really difficult for them to accept the kind of support that you know that they need and that they can use. And lastly, number 9, is you didn't offer what they need. And I think sometimes what happens, I know, we often say, if you need anything, let me know. We expect them to come to us to tell us what they need. And that's just so backwards. So make sure that you're coming up with a list of different ways that you can support them. Hey, I'm really good at Excel. Let me take care of the reporting for you the next couple weeks, right? Hey, I know you run the agenda for these meetings. Let me take care of the agenda for you. Hey, I know that you are on the PTA board. Let me put the agenda together for that. Whatever it is, you just need to make sure that you're offering more than one thing. I will tell you this, like I said before, don't say if you need anything, let me know. It is the least helpful thing you can say, and I will leave a link above someplace here where you can see that video about that. All right, y'all, that is it. Those are the 9 specific ways that you can support an employee dealing with death or loss of a loved one, or your team dealing with death, or even an employee dealing with cancer. I hope you really like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button so that you know when I come back here and post. Thank you so much for being here, and please remember, you matter. What you do matters, and people need you. All right, y'all, make it a great day.